All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Golden Dice. Again, the commentary, the audio on these was real staticky, not good. We didn't want to put those out, but I didn't want to lose the videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and do commentary with them. And for this game, we've got eChopper, Kanan, Wookiee or Kashyyyk Warrior, I guess, and Valoris Tribe. So I win the roll off and take shields because I'm scared. Bane is a scary guy. Mike in hand's got a DM, a doubt, a death field. Look like a delve and a no good to me dead. Definitely no good to me dead. Not sure on the delve. Power action of Bendu's. And he gets a money. And that's scary. So I roll in Chopper to see what we can get. I get a disrupt and resource. He takes it. It feels weird, but I have to. I feel like I have to at least. Because I know that he's hard mulliganing for that. So I take him off the possibility of death field right now. But if Babe rolls it, then obviously I'm going to feel bad, and he doesn't. He rolls the focus. Salvage arm comes down. Which looks like I've got Kanan hit a motive, which isn't great here. Yeah, so Bane comes in. So that feels good to have Bane not play anything turn one, and essentially just rolls 2 blanks right there. Right, the special goes off the cost of an ability on him. So that is not doing any damage right now. And I use a salvage arm on the resource to go up to 4 to play whatever lightsabers in my hand. I believe it's Kanan's, but I, again, cannot overly tell. But even then, Kanan is not super great against Bane. Dark Saber, sorry, is the other card in Mike's hand. Right, certainly if he's on the melee and I say don't turn to range or don't turn to special, like he's still getting some form of damage out of it. So he hits the resource there. So we know it's going to come down. Yes, so I do drop Kanan Saber here. Looks like a dagger, field medic, something else. So I do Kanan's, and I think I make him turn, and I take the gamble that he doesn't have anything to stop or to actually play. But if I took the gamble earlier and he played nothing, I probably should have just let him. I should have let him turn to the 3 melee, especially if I have field medic in hand, because I would have been able to heal that damage from whoever did anything. But again, that was not the decision I ended up making, which makes me one sad person. So I'm just talking about, again, this is like my first time playing Kanan. With those sweet golden dice, Parker Simpson, all dark cards. Yep, so he is going to doubt the Saber. He's in no rush right now. Hits the +2 shield. 2 to Bane. Yep. And Deathfield comes down, which makes that special now 5 in direct. On top of getting the ability to roll Deathfield back in. So I'm happy with the board. You know, getting a salvage arm and a Kanan Saber down is certainly a feel-good option. But only sneaking 2 damage into, right, using Chopper to stop Deathfield and then Deathfield coming down anyways is not something that is exciting. All right, so he deals the 5. I take the shields, and then I just dump 3 onto my Wookiee friend. But I do have the hidden motive in hand. Yeah, so I do Valoris Tribe, and we'll go ahead and heal. because it says it's up to 2 damage, I believe, is the wording. So it all works out, my friends. Yep, so we just heal 1, and if we have the field medic, we can do that. Although the better play, honestly, would have probably been to keep the dagger. Like, keep that resource for the dagger. So that was cocked and landed on his deck. So 2 indirect is almost like to the point where, do I care? You know? Like, if he resolves that for only 2 indirect, I'm okay. But he's got the special, make him burn it. Or, sorry, the focus, and he does that, make him burn it. Because he obviously wants a special deal 2 to each. Hit a motive. You're going to call indirect because that's the majority of the sides. And it hits. So, me ending round 1 with no damage feels very good against Bane. Only having 2 damage on his side, like if I could have gotten to 4 or 5, I'm feeling a little bit better. That's certainly not the case. We activate Wookiee just to see what we get. And then cry. So I keep the dagger. I draw Pacify, Ewok Ambush, Field Medic, and Ezra's, it looks like. Mike ditches DM. He keeps the no good to me dead. Can't really tell. He looks like an entangle there. Sheehan, Mastery. And the money side. So that's a good entangle play for Mike there. Because I would definitely pump that 3 damage. Yep, and that looks like the play that Mike is going to take. He's going to entangle those. So we bring in the Wookiee because, you know, we want to turn stuff. The special. That's pretty brutal. But Pacify comes in, essentially removing a Bane die with that, and I'm okay with that. And Bane doesn't get the shields. So he does have the money to pay for that. We just do the 1. Yep, 4 in indirect. Yep, so I distribute it, heal with Valoris Tribe, and then he no good to me dead. Twice. So he just got 3 money. Ooh, so he's going to delve. So he's going to have no rerolls here. Yep, that does get rolled into the pool. And hits the special. So that's going to be 2 damage, remove a die. I believe that's 3 melee at the top. So I still have my 2 money, and I still have a full hand. He does 2 to Chopper with the special. I feel medic it off. And keep in mind, again, Mike has no rerolls here. And Bane comes out and hits 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 damage. No rerolls. It's a natty 10. So the indirect I can deal with a little bit more, but the 7 is going to make it so I can't put any damage on Chopper. I could put 1 on Kanan and 2 to the Kashyyyk Warrior, and nobody would die, but obviously not a great spot to be in. But again, I do have Kanan, so and I've got the Ewok Ambush, so it feels bad to use Ewok Ambush this early, I think. But what I can do is say can't turn to the special, right, on the Sheen Mastery. That saves me 3 damage, so I'm going to take 4, but that really doesn't feel great because it's got a 2 shield side, so I'm going to be giving him 2 health, which I think is he's going to be happy with. Yeah, I think he's just debating if he wants money or shields, but I think shields is probably the better play here. Yep, so he grabs the shields, and I do the whole Kanan shenanigans. Yeah, I was just double-checking that I had Ewok Ambush. I thought I had played it. And then I swing for 5. So he's going to be at 8. Yep, so 3 indirect comes down. He can swing the 4 into anyone he wants. It's going to stick because Valor's Tribe is done. So the 4 would put Chopper at 5 damage and 3 health left. But what card is that? Oh, Overwrite Ezra's. 4 Ezra's. I had an action like he was going to take those shields, so I probably should have just salvage armed it back right now. But now we draw Anakin's, Chewie's, flee the scene, and that looked like a Lothcat. So that's a little weird. Because in ideal world, you play Chewie's and get to overwrite with one of the 2, but it's a little worrisome with Chopper already being at such low health with 3 health left. Plus the fact I also don't have a 3rd resource. So you got a power action salvage arm to bring Dagger into play. I mean, I think Dagger's a play over Anakin's. Mostly because he has shields. He's already got the 2 shields on him and worried about him taking more shields either with his die or with Xian, because he could just win off the game off the back of Deathfield. So I think he could be fine just taking 2 shields each round. And the Dagger is really going to negate that. So we power action, bring in the Bendus, and get a blank here. And he's going to hit a special. That's going to feel bad. And he hits the 2 ranged. And the Lothcat doesn't even feel great, right? Like, obviously, this would be perfect. He takes a Bendu's die. It's not as important to me as you would think. Not a great rollout that comes. We hit a 1 melee, a resource, and a blank. But this does set up for me to just straight up play the Chewies on something, but I still don't even think that's worth it. Take resources, go up to 4, play it on Kanan, deal the damage, roll out. He plays Ancient Sith Armor here, so he's going to block some damage here. I think we talk about whether or not that's super good in Palp. My concern is just that is playing 2 1-drops, better health-wise for the deck. This is weird. Flee the scene is not going to be in a good spot here. And then I'm debating doing damage. I know he's going to block with Sith armor. Or do I take 2 resources to open up the Chewie play? But I do salvage arm for 2. He blocks 1 with the armor and takes 1 on the shield, which does leave me with the shield to steal with the dagger. He goes ahead and resolves the 2. I think I just take the money here. Yeah. Ooh, so he does Death Field. Hits the 3 indirect. So now this is an interesting position where I could be okay just sacking Chopper. And I think that's what I end up doing. Simply because now I have Ezra's and Dagger. It's a shame that Ezra couldn't get value out of it this turn. And Mike has Forsaken, so that's why he's doing it the way that he is. 2 doubts Forsaken and something else in there. So he does the 3 indirect. Yeah, so I do 2 to the Wookiee, 1 to Chopper to kill him, just giving me the redeploy. I almost activate Kanan, and then I'm just like, what am I doing? I have not Valora strapped yet. That wasn't reset. Wookiee comes in, spitting hot fire with 2 melee. All right, so Bane is going to come into the pool here. 2 discard, 3 melee, 2 shield, and resource. All right, so not the greatest of rolls here. So we go ahead and turn. I believe I opt for the +3 because I have the 2 melee showing already. All right, but the doubt comes in and hits a blank. So both doubts on the Kanan Saber were successful. We take a reroll here. We have 4 damage on the board. We hit the +3, which is big. And so we're looking at 4, 6, 7, 8 damage. He's at 8, so I need 6, 7 to kill. So lethal is on board right now. He has... Looks like Sheehan. Mastery. He has a Forsaken, we know that. I just can't tell what that yellow card is. But he had to take those shields because he was going to lose if not. But I still can, if he's doing that, I know that I can push for lethal here. So I steal a shield from him. And then I do 5, 6, 7. So he's at 13. He has 1 health left. So he had to take those 2 shields again. Yep, 13. And the 2 indirect on... I keep forgetting Bib is there. He's been so irrelevant all game that I'm just like, what's he do? But there's high percentage chance that I pitch a reroll. I mean, Mike as well. It looks like it's a Delve. Is that yellow card in his hand? But I do have a Lothcat, so there are options for me to stay alive here, not take a lot of damage. There's really no sneak damage I would have either, so I think Mike can play out his turn. So he takes the 2 resources, and he can overwrite the form. So he can. I don't think he's overwritten this turn, so he can overwrite to roll that back into the pool. I don't know why I pitched flee there. I think that's the worst one to pitch because I'm okay fleeing now. I resolved all my dice. I don't know what was in my hand that's that much better. Oh, I guess the Lothcat I know is removal. Oh, I have no resources, that's why. But there's a 2 melee. And Mike does not have an answer for that. Thinking all possible. So he just discards me 2. And I resolve the 2 to kill Bane, and that is GG, as Bib cannot close out. He really has no way of doing that. So, yeah. Kanan, the Wookiee, and Chopper take it with the tribe all together. Thanks for tuning in to Golden Dice, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Golden Dice Podcast. Thanks for watching the stream or listening to the podcast, whatever it might have been. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, on Spotify, pretty much wherever you listen to your podcast, we are on there. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Game Shop of Destiny. You can head to their website and use the promo code Golden Dice for 10% off your single orders. You can also head over to Parker Simpson Artwork and check out all of the promos that he's created for the game. If there's a character in the game, he has a promo for it, so you can head over there and order a few things from him. And lastly, if you haven't, head over to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or Twitch and subscribe to us on all of those things. Leave reviews. That would be a big help to us as well. And from there, you can check out articles, our podcast, and also live gameplay that we do. And we'll catch you guys next time.